You think they're independent, self-sufficient, and emotionally mature. They don't need much, they don't ask for reassurance, they don't rely on anyone, and at first, that feels impressive. But independence and emotional distance can look identical until closeness is required. And that's when the difference reveals itself. True independence can coexist with intimacy, avoidance cannot. The confusion starts because both people appear calm, both appear grounded, both appear self-contained. But when connection deepens, one leans in and the other pulls away. That's the moment the pattern becomes visible. Here's what's actually happening. Some people don't value independence because it's healthy. They value it because it protects them from needing anyone. And needing someone feels dangerous. There are three mechanisms behind this. First, independence as armor. For people who learned early that relying on others leads to disappointment, rejection, or instability, self-reliance becomes survival. Not confidence, not strength, protection. If I don't need you, you can't hurt me. So they build an identity around not asking, not leaning, not depending. It looks empowered, but it's defensive. Second, control disguised as maturity. Avoidant independence gives one person emotional leverage. They decide the pace, they decide the depth, they decide how close is too close. And because they appear calm and unbothered, the imbalance isn't obvious. But real emotional depth requires mutual influence, mutual vulnerability, shared uncertainty. When someone insists on staying untouched, they're not stable, they're unreachable. And calling that independent keeps them from having to examine it. Third, self-sufficiency as identity protection. Intimacy changes who you are. It softens you, exposes you, requires flexibility. For someone whose identity is built around being untethered, closeness feels like erosion. So they frame distance as values, detachment as standards, withdrawal as self-respect. Not because connection is wrong, but because connection threatens the version of themselves they've worked so hard to maintain. This is why these people don't struggle with attraction, they struggle with continuity. They can start things easily, they just can't stay present once emotional responsibilities appear. And it takes a key distinction. Independent people choose connection without losing themselves. Avoidant people avoid connection to preserve themselves. One is grounded, the other is guarded. If you've been confused by someone like this, understand this. They weren't unclear, they were consistent. Consistently choosing distance while calling it strength. And if you've been this person, the truth is quieter and harder. You didn't choose independence because you didn't need love. You chose it because love once required more than you could safely give.